Hi, my name is Widera, and I'm a PhD candidate at the University of Southern California. In the chapter Aesthetics as Sensory Experience and the Embodied Practice of Bicycle Delivery Work, I try to understand how meaning and knowledge are produced by bicycle messengers in their environment. Following extensive ethnographic fieldwork with delivery workers in various cities, I ask why so many share a profound sense of pride and identity, and why they see their profession as a great source of knowledge and joy. By most accounts, the work should be undesirable. It is not uncommon for riders to make less than minimum wage. They are exposed to the elements, rude clients, and dangerous traffic. They perform a simple task and do so often risking their own physical safety. There's little control or ownership over the service they provide. All in all, the work seems to be an alienating experience. And yet, couriers enjoy an intimate, immersive, and embodied experience of the city through their work. I communicate their sense of place and sense of self through two vignettes, one with a Scottish bike messenger in his 50s working in the streets of Glasgow, and one with a Spanish courier, 30 years younger, working in Zurich, Switzerland. Both show a deep connection to the city around them and the role they play in it through their practice. I believe that their standpoint is cultivated by their embodied sensory experience of the city through their work, from which they cannot be alienated. It might be helpful to remember the origins of the term aesthetics in the Greek aesthesis. Aesthetics began as a discourse of the body, referring to the embodied experience of perception. I am building on a critical tradition of aesthetic theory which returns to the original meaning of aesthetics as the sensory perception of the world, foregrounding embodied knowledge production. In turn, this tradition, and Susan Buck-Morss in particular, offers anaesthetics as the depletion of embodied ways of knowing through processes of desensitization. Taking this conceptual contribution to heart, my chapter suggests that aesthetics, as the potential for embodied knowledge and experience, offers an explanation for a subject's sense of place and sense of self. Bike couriers enjoy an embodied engagement with their environment from which they cannot be alienated, despite many of the undesirable aspects of their labor. This helps them avoid anesthetic desensitization. First and foremost, my research centers bicycle delivery workers as valuable holders and producers of knowledge. Taking their standpoints as important, I'm less concerned about how I make sense of the city and more with their unique understandings and experiences. As such, I explore how they make sense of the city, and by extension themselves, through their embodied and emplaced practices. On a more general level, this approach encourages engagement with the city that is corporeal and phenomenological. An aesthetic connection with the city, one that is informed by aesthetics as a discourse of the body, is not exclusive to bike couriers. So in a way, this is also an invitation to anyone to have meaningful encounters by allowing themselves to be touched by the city, an openness which may well spark new insights and interrelations.